Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Mia and I am the maker behind KnitandGrace. And today I'm going to bring you a little bit of a different video. It's been quite a few weeks since Rhinebeck and it's a few weeks until Thanksgiving and I still haven't unpacked my bags. And part of the reason is I think that, things have just been very crazy, but also my knitwear cabinet just needs a little bit of reorganization, refresh, and I need to figure out what pieces I'm going to keep into the new year. So I figured that I would bring you along for the ride for a little bit of a vlog on organizing my knitwear today. So yeah, not sure how this will turn out, but hopefully it turns out well and hopefully you all enjoy it. But what I will do is I will turn you around and show you kind of the current state of everything that I have going on in my bedroom. So this is the current state of things. I have not broken down my setup since I last filmed the podcast. So I have tons of knitwear on my knitting chair that normally is in that corner. My wheel is currently propped up. And then these are my bags from Rhinebeck. So I have lots of knitwear in here that needs to be unpacked. My two kind of everyday sweaters that I wear. And then this is the chest where I house all of my knitwear. And so this is all of my knitwear at the moment. As you can see, there are lots of gaps because there are some things that are still packed away. And then there's tons of stuff that's just falling over. So I think that step number one is going to be to unpack my bag that I took to Rhinebeck and take everything out of these shelves and refold them. And as I do that, I'm going to assess kind of if I want to keep them, if I feel like it needs to be anywhere different. And then I'm going to do a little bit of categorization so that it makes it easier to put everything back in here. And quite honestly, I may just also be outgrowing this chest at this point. Okay, so we have the first piece that I think I'm going to set to the side, and it's this tank that I test knit a while back, and I just didn't reach for it this year, and I think it's because it's a little bit more cropped, and so yeah, I just wore a lot more pants this year than I did skirts, and so this is one that I might revisit either lengthening or reclaiming the yarn for something else. So we're gonna set this one to the side. This is one that my size has changed, so I'm gonna go and try it on and see if it still fits, so that I can keep it in rotation, and if not, I'll probably de-stash this one. Here we go. I'm wearing leggings, but it's actually looking really good, and I'm loving the way it fits, so I think that I'm gonna even wear this one to the office next week. Okay, that was pretty fast actually, or at least the sorting. Now the putting back will be interesting. I will show you everything that I have here laid out and kind of how I laid it out, and then I will put everything back in, and then I will walk through the items that I have set aside. Okay, so here we have a pile of random accessories that don't belong in there, like socks and hats and some of my newly finished projects, like my mittens and hats and things like that. So those need to go downstairs in terms of like the hats and things. The socks I'm going to put in my sock drawer. I also had some fabric and project bags. But this is what the different piles are looking like. I've kind of sorted them by like, these are like my heavier winter things. Then here we have a pile of cardigans, except for my heirloom quills cardigan. I'll tell you what I'm doing with that one. This is a pile of both summer and layering pieces. So I have like my slipovers and things like that in this pile. So I think that ultimately this pile is going to be broken up into two. And then we have some more winter stuff, and this is that sweater that I just tried on that still fits, which is great. And then here are all of my shawls here. And then these are items that I'm thinking about either altering or destashing, or I need to just try on for one reason or another, and I'll go through this pile at the end. And then I do have two items here that need to be laundered before they're put back. Okay, so here it is, my nicely organized chest. I kept everything actually kind of pretty much the same as I had it. My heirloom quilt cardigan is hanging there because I'm actually going to put it on my dress form. I like to dress her up and have her in the background of my Zoom meetings. But what I have here, and let's see if I can try to get this without shadows, in this first shelf here, this is my summer stuff and a couple transitional pieces. These are all of my shawls. And then down here I have some of my winter stuff. And then what I do with my cardigans, because this chest is, you know, my winter sweaters are kind of big. So what I do with the cardigans is, and this is also why I need more cardigans, because the fact that I only have 3 wearable cardigans right now is kind of sad, or 4 when you count my heirloom quilt. But I fold them, and then I fold them in half so that they can kind of fit in this really skinny little space. And then down here I have some of my lighter winter sweaters, so ones that I can fold up a little bit smaller, and so they don't take up as much space. But this is what that looks like. I'm really excited, as you all can see, and if you've been following the podcast for a while, I have a very definitive color palette. It's very strong. So now I'm going to set you all up on the tripod, and I'll go over the pieces that I'm thinking about eliminating from my wardrobe. Okay, so I'll start with 2 summer pieces. I already kind of talked through this one and the fact that it's pretty cropped, so I am going to probably, because if I remember correctly, this pattern was knit bottom up. I'm probably just going to reclaim this yarn for something else because I do have more of this yarn. So I'm going to weigh this plus what I have, and then I am going to probably do that if I have enough, because I actually have a test knit that's coming out in March. And so if I have enough of this yarn to do that, I will do that. I will reclaim the yarn. If not, I will probably just donate this one. Then this next one is my Moon Crush tank, which I tested for Jackie way back when. And this one is a case where there was some bleeding of some dye, so I actually have not ever worn this, unfortunately. And so this is one that I want to try to over dye, and before I actually get rid of it, because it does actually fit me really well. And yeah, so I am going to try to over dye this one to see if I can save it, and if not, unfortunately, this one is just, you know, bound for the rubbish bin, unfortunately. The next one that I have is my Rhinebeck cardigan. And this is what that looks like. And I love, love, love this cardigan. But I think when I was making this, this is another one that's bottom up. If I remember correctly, I think that, let me see. Yeah, that looks like it's bottom up. I think that I was just scared of running out of yarn, which I ultimately did not. And so I do wear this, but primarily like with dresses and like on my Zoom meetings. So I do want to be able to wear it more than just, you know, with dresses or, you know, on meetings, because it is pretty cropped. So I'm gonna put this one aside and think about it. I might lengthen it. I might just keep it as is and just wear it with my dresses like I have been. But I would like to give this one a little bit more wear than it's currently getting. So it's not one that's leaving my wardrobe at all, but I just need to decide what I'm going to do with it. This one is a test knit that I did. It's called the Lupinous, and to be completely honest, I don't remember why I really haven't worn this one. None of the ends are woven in. You know what, actually, let me go ahead and try this one on, and I have a feeling it might be the fit. So let me go ahead and try it on. Okay, So now that I've tried this one on, I absolutely love it. And I remember why I never wove in my ends. And it's actually, the fit is actually really nice. It hits me really nice. It's full length and it has a nice folded hem. But the sleeves, because this is Cascade 220 Superwash, so the sleeves did actually grow a lot when I blocked it. So this is fully blocked and everything. So I actually just need to shorten the sleeves on this. And this is a beautiful sweater. And this is what that looks like. And yeah, so I think that's what's gonna happen this weekend. I'm gonna undo the sleeves. So it looks like I need to do like a good, 5 inches less because I like a bracelet length sleeve. So I think I'm gonna undo the sleeves and then give it a good old steam block. And I think that this one is going to be added to the winter rotation. This is why you have to try on your knits, guys, because things like this happen. I am going to try the next one on for you because this one I'm pretty sure I'm going to destash, but I do want to try it on first so that I can 100% just confirm to myself that it is time to destash this one. So this next one is the Stockholm pullover, and I have worn it a couple of times, but it hasn't really gotten a lot of wear because it is pretty oversized. And so initially I thought maybe I want to shorten the sleeves. As you can see, the sleeves did grow quite a bit, and then it actually does fit me more like a tunic length. Like it actually covers a good amount of my butt, so I could actually probably wear this with leggings if I wanted to wear it out. But the reality is that this was maybe like my second time knitting a drop shoulder, and so I talk about this at length, but drop shoulders across sizes don't really work well when you have a large bust, because then the shoulder actually ends up too low. So this is a perfect example. So the shoulder of the sweater is down here and my elbow is right here, so there's only about maybe like a 3-inch difference, if that. And a drop shoulder should actually just barely drop from your shoulder. So I'm looking at the viewfinder so that I can show you all, but like it should just really fit you just over your shoulder. So really this drop shoulder again is probably like 2.5, 3 inches too low. And so that is what it's giving it, that baggy feel. So even though I actually like the ease across the bust, and I did do the tapering, so I like the ease in the body, there's too much ease in the shoulder. And so that's why this doesn't fit me properly. And so this is knit with Nutiden, a single strand of Nutiden held with a silk mohair. So there's just no way that I'm going to attempt to take this out. And so this is one that I will be listing on my Instagram to destash. So it may have already gone up when I put this video, or if it hasn't, definitely keep a lookout if it's something you're interested in. But I'm gonna go ahead and soak it. It has been washed before I put it in the chest last winter, but it does smell like the, sort of cedary chest smell. So I will probably just freshly launder it, take some measurements, and then post this on my Instagram for a destash. So the next project I have, this was also a test knit, and this is knit in like a nice, really slubby yarn. I forget the name of the pattern, so I'll have to put it in here for you all. But it is by Rachel of Maven Crafted. And yeah, I wore it quite a few times when I finished it. And so it's a slightly cropped, sort of elbow length sleeves, and it's this is actually my first time knitting with Julie of Sweet Sparrow Yarns yarn, and this is the slub base. and it just hasn't gotten a lot of wear, and I don't know if it's because it's more of a transitional piece or not. So what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna put this one at the top of my kind of summer transitional pile, and I'm gonna make an effort to wear this one in the spring, and then decide at that point. So like if I'm not wearing it in the spring as much, then I will probably destash this one next year. And then the last sweater that I am taking a look at is my Wilderness test by so this is Wilderness by Lerka of Fiber Tales. And so this one is one where it is a circular yoke construction, and so I think that I should have really sized down, because Lerka recommends a much larger ease than I am comfortable with for my bust size. And I've talked about this on the channel before, where I feel like very large ease on a larger body can actually look sloppy. And so I really should have knit this one probably like a size or maybe 2 sizes down. And so this is one that I'm actually going to rip out. So I am going to frog it, and I'm going to reknit it. So this is going to be reknit, and so I'll work on that probably just slowly over the winter season so that I have this for the spring next year. But yeah, I really loved the sweater, and I did wear it a couple times, but again, I just felt like it was too oversized in the shoulders, and so that is the plan for that one. So I have a couple that I'm kind of just like hemming and hawing about, a couple that are definitely going to get altered, and then one that is definitely going to get destashed. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I know that it's not my usual style. I'm coming at you with no makeup. I'm just wearing sort of athleisure. It's very kind of just casual video here. But I hope that you enjoyed sort of coming along with me as I organize my knitwear and really get it ready for the winter. I also need to organize my office and my yarn, especially with all of the yarn that I have brought into my stash. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to film that process as well for the channel. But I guess I will leave you all here until the next one. Please be sure to take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.